A controversial bill dealing with regulation of Kentucky's waterways was fast-tracked from committee to the House floor today as lawmakers hurry to get bills across the finish line before the 10-day veto period that begins Saturday. Sponsored by freshman Senator Scott Maiden of Pineville, Senate Bill 89 redefines Kentucky waterways to align with federal standards. Various environmental advocacy groups, including Appalachian Voices, said the bill removes environmental protections for groundwater, will result in higher water treatment costs and increased flood risks. But supporters tout the energy policy change as a protective measure for the coal industry. The House Natural Resources and Energy Chair said he thinks changes to the original bill should help ease some concerns, while others said the changes don't go far enough.
I've tried to address some of the concerns that people had that maybe felt the bill was too loose or whatever. Some of the definitions that we talked about are included in waters of the Commonwealth, and it includes navigable waters that's actually defined in the bill, sinkholes with open drains, naturally occurring artesian and phreatic springs, as well as other springs used as a source of domestic water supply. It includes wellhead protection areas.
This bill, as you've heard, with its narrow exceptions, limits protections against pollution to only those waters that are defined as navigable under the Federal Clean Water Act. This definition fails to cover tens of thousands of miles of water across the Commonwealth that are critical for the health of Kentuckians. SB 89's new definition of waters of the Commonwealth will completely ignore the reality of Kentucky's geography. Sinkholes are not a water resource, yet they are included in this amended definition.
I'm a former coal miner, and certainly farming, and all that's very important. My concern is I just cannot take a risk of hurting the water system when I'm dealing already with public water, and we can't get that taken care of, and we're talking about private wells. I'm just not confident that that has been taken care of, so I'm going to be a no.
I grew up on farmland, and I don't know how this impacts our livestock. I don't know how this impacts our crops. And I don't want to say that I'm going to give a vote to seeing the next Flint, Michigan being located here in the Commonwealth. I'm a no vote today.
The revised Senate Bill 89 passed out of the House Natural Resources and Energy Committee this morning and was debated at length on the House floor this afternoon.
The fact that no environmental groups were brought to the table in crafting this legislation is so irresponsible. And that should be a huge red flag to every single person in this room.
There's not a bigger group of environmentalists out here, and there's not a bigger environmentalist standing in the room right here today than what I am. Because I want to take care of the soil. I want to take care of our resources because that's how I make my living.
Senate Bill 89 was approved by the full House on a 69-26 vote. The measure will be returned to the Senate for approval or rejection of the House changes.